hindi lang to about sa tariff or sa taxes and everything sa products na pumapasok sa US, lumalabas sa US. This will also affect immigrants or yung mga trabaho ng mga immigrants na nandito sa Canada. Hello guys, Nardino TV here and we are back again with another video. So, nakikita nyo naman ngayon guys ang highlight ngayon dito sa North America, di ba? So, yung trade wars pa rin guys ng US and yung mga other countries, no? So, yan yung i-discuss natin today, no? Kasi guys, hindi po ako expert sa mga ganyan, no? Wala po ako masyadong alam sa mga taxes, sa mga taripa na yan, no? Pero kasi guys, nandito ngayon tayo sa year na ang information is readily available to us, di ba? Kailangan mo lang talaga mag-research. Nandyan ang internet para magkaroon tayo ng konting information and knowledge kung ano yung mga nangyayari sa atin ngayon. So guys, kung kayo ay expert regarding these issues or these terms like yung sa taripa or yung sa taxes, sa tariff, yung mga ganyan, baka po hindi para sa inyo to, no? Ito po is ano lang, para din guys sa mga katulad ko na nagtatanong din or curious guys, 'di ba? Kung ano ba yung nangyayari ngayon sa trade or sa, sabi nga nila, sa US trade wars, 'di ba? So for the past days I've been researching, no? Reading some articles, tapos nanonood ako ng mga videos, no, kung ano ba talagang nangyayari sa US ngayon, no. At meron akong isang nakita na napaka-substantial guys na gusto ko ring i-share sa inyo, no, para sabay tayong matuto about dito sa tariff na to or whatever. So ngayon guys, ang topic natin is ano ba yung taripa or yung tariff sa view or sa perspective ni Trump. And then ano ang meaning or definition ng tariff sa perspective naman ng isang expert like a CPA, right? And then ano ang pros and cons or yung positive and negative. And lastly guys, ano ang epekto nitong nangyayari na to, yung trade wars na to sa US? Ano ang epekto nito sa mga immigrants na katulad natin na nandito sa Canada, right? So yan yung pag-uusapan natin for today. Ayan. Itong clip na to guys, ipapakita lang natin kung ano ba yung view or yung perspective ni Trump pag ang usapan is yung tariff or yung taripa. Okay?
But to me, the most beautiful word in the dictionary is tariff. And it's my favorite word. But it's the most beautiful word in the dictionary, tariff. It will save our country. Only stupid people don't want to use it, or corrupt people. Corrupt people also.
So yun guys, no? Wala namang ibang masyadong technical doon. Basta ang sabi lang niya, para sa kanya kailangan gamitin ng isang bansa ang pagtataripa or yung pagbibigay ng tariff. And sabi nga niya, yun yung favorite niya na word or it is the most beautiful word, di ba? Yung tariff. Okay? Ang target ngayon ni Trump is lagyan ng taripa lahat ng mga products or mga foreign imports na papasok sa US. Panoorin natin guys yung sinabi niya dito.
Well, let me ask you what you're thinking here. Would you want tariffs on foreign goods coming into the US, take those revenues and cut taxes on American goods and American families here? Would that be something in a second Trump term?
Yeah, there's a couple of things. Number one, I think we should have a ring around the collar, as they say. I think when companies come in and they dump their products in the United States, they should pay automatically, let's say, a 10% tax.
10%.
That money would be used to pay off debt. It's a massive amount of money, even at 10%. It's not going to stop business because it's not that much, but it's enough that would really make a lot of money.
So ngayon naman guys, tignan naman natin kung ano ang definition ng tariff para sa isang CPA or sa isang expert. Okay?
A tariff is a tax that is imposed on goods imported from another country. So let's use Toyota cars as an example.
This is a good
So let's
one.
say that a Toyota Camry costs $30,000 and it's made outside of America. If there's a 10% import tariff, then there's a $3,000 tax
3,000
if you want to bring the
tax.
Toyota Camry into the US to sell it. So the purpose of a tariff is to make foreign products more expensive. If foreign products are more expensive, then the idea is that US consumers will be more likely to buy products that are made in America.
America, yes.
Because American products would be cheaper because they wouldn't be subject to the tax. It also incentivizes foreign companies to invest in America to make their products in America. So this includes building infrastructure in America and creating jobs in America. So let me show you this video clip. This is of
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk to help explain the positive
also good,
impact
guys.
of a tariff.
Here's how it really works. Let's just take, and we've done this in the past. Let's take a company like Toyota. So Toyota is a Japanese car manufacturer, right? And Lyndon Baines Johnson back in the 1960s said, we're going to do a 25% tariff on all pickup trucks. Now, how do you avoid a tariff? It's not a trick question. You avoid a tariff by making the product in America. No tariff. So Toyota, what they do to get around the pickup truck tariff, which by the way, they're huge. You guys have seen Toyota pickup trucks. They're everywhere.
Yep.
They make all their pickup trucks in America. So what it is, it's a forcing function to redomicile labor back to the United States, not necessarily to just slap a tariff on top of goods coming in.
So there you have it. The people that support tariffs will say, you impose a tariff to promote domestic production.
Okay.
It will create jobs in America and boost the economy, and the US government will collect more tax revenue.
Ayan, guys. O, 'di ba guys, sa picture ang ganda, 'di ba? So, summarize lang natin ng konti, no. So, yung pagbibigay ng tariff, guys, ang isa sa mga magiging impact niyan is mapupush yung mga local or yung mga consumers inside America na bumili nung local na product. Okay? Kasi nga, kapag nilagyan ni Trump ng tax or ng taripa, yung mga papasok na mga products, madadagdag yun sa cost, di ba? So, saan ngayon kukunin yung cost na yun? Of course, sa consumer pa rin. Mas mamahal ngayon yung mga imported na mga product inside the US. Kaya yung mga local doon, mapupush ngayon sila to buy yung mga products na made in America. And then guys, mapupush din yung mga foreign companies na mag-invest at magtayo ng mga infrastructure sa loob ng Amerika para doon gawin yung kanilang product para talagang hindi na sila mabigyan ng taripa. Okay? And kung titignan mo, sabi nga, it will create jobs, it will also boost the economy, and then more tax, meaning more money for the government. Pero guys, sa lahat ng ito, I think ang negative impact talaga nito is inflation. Tataas ang bilihin. Di ba? So ngayon guys, kung napakaganda naman talaga ng pagbibigay ng taripa, so bakit nag-i-import pa rin ng products? So let's continue guys.
When it comes to making products, some countries have competitive advantages when it comes to their manufacturing, resources, supply chains, and labor pool.
Yan guys. I think ito yung main reason kung bakit sa kabila ng napakagandang target or impact ng pagbibigay ng more tax sa mga nai-import na products is because of this. Kasi guys, bawat country meron niyang sari-sariling advantage. Halimbawa sa Philippines, 'di ba? Mas maganda doon mag-produce ng let's say coconuts, right? Kasi nga native 'yun sa ating country. Apart kung dito ka sa Canada magtatanim ng coconut, I don't think mabubuhay 'yun kasi nga yung weather natin, 'di ba? Dito. So ngayon, merong mas advantage si Philippines for that kind of product kasi nga mas lalago yung ganong type of product sa Philippines compare here sa Canada. Yun. Okay?
So in many cases, it is just much cheaper to make certain products in different countries.
There you go.
Now, did you know that 97% of clothing that Americans purchase in the USA is not made in America?
Oh yeah.
So just look at the tag on your shirt. There's a 97%
Yes.
chance that it's not made in America. Just look at your Nikes from
Yep.
Thailand.
Vietnam.
Your Vietnamese Lululemon outfits look great. So your clothes from Target made the pilgrimage from China.
Yep.
So you know why the USA imports 97% of our clothing? It's because it's cheaper to
Mas
make
mura
clothing
kasi.
in Bangladesh,
Yun.
in India, and Vietnam compared to America. Employees in Bangladesh, they get paid $150 a month.
There
So
you
that's
go.
about 87 cents an hour.
See? 87 cents an hour. Alam nyo ba guys kung ano ang minimum per hour sa US? I think ang minimum is $7.25. Compare dito kung magi-import na lang sila or kukuha na lang sila ng product galing sa ibang bansa like this one from Bangladesh na ang minimum pay is just 87 cents an hour.
So how are Americans supposed to compete with that low-cost
Yep.
labor? If you put a 10% tariff on clothing, it would still be much cheaper to continue buying
That's right.
clothes from Bangladesh. So we're not going to have a clothing industry revival in the US. All that would happen is that the cost of 97% of our clothing would go up by 10%, and it would cause inflation. And do you know why it's cheaper to make clothes overseas?
Yeah.
It's not just the low cost of labor, it's a low cost of regulations as well.
This one guys.
So just take a look at India.
Uh-huh.
They can throw chemicals and dyes into the waterways or rivers. Just chuck the garbage into the waterways. It causes
Oh.
pollution, but it's cheaper.
I think hindi lang naman to sa India, no? Nangyayari rin to sa ibang country na, walang masyadong environmental regulation thing, di ba? Na re-regulate sa mga company ng mga waste nila, di ba? And, of course, kapag kailangan mo ng law or yung magpapatupad ng batas to regulate those companies, ano ang kasunod niyan? Of course, kailangan mo ng budget, kailangan mo ng pera. Yan yung added cost pa sa mga magi-invest or sa mga companies. Mas cheaper pa rin daw talaga kung magi-import ka na lang kesa yung magtayo ka ng company sa loob ng US.
And they're more relaxed about clogged landfills as well. So they're not as strict as the US.
That's not good.
So there's a reason why we as Americans prefer to import clothing. They can do it cheaper and we pay less. And clothing is just one example. Did you know that 70% of everything sold in Walmart is imported?
Yan.
So will tariffs be inflationary? The answer is yes.
Of course.
But again, the proper question to ask is,
Ito, guys.
will the pros outweigh the cons?
Yan guys Yung question na yan guys is actually the most important question to be answered. Right? In any decision making, I believe talagang napaka-importante nito. Right? Ang ibig lang sabihin nito guys is, mas lamang ba yung positive kesa dun sa negative na makukuha mo? Meron naman talagang yung pros and cons, di ba? Pero dapat when you are deciding something, mas lamang yung positive na makukuha mo kesa dun sa negative effect. Dito ako medyo nalilito, di ba? Yung question na, sino ba talaga ang magbabayad ng taripa? At after ko mapanood tong video na to, tsaka ko lang siya medyo naintindihan. So, tignan natin guys, based sa pag-analyze ng isang CPA expert.
To answer this question, who pays the tariff? Is it the foreign country? Is it the consumer? Or is it the importer? So think of what you think is the correct answer, but first let me show you what Trump says.
A tariff is a tax on a foreign country. That's the way it is, whether you like
Foreign
it or not. A lot of
country.
people like to say, oh, it's a tax on us. No. It's a tax on a foreign country. It's a tax on a country that's ripping us off and stealing our jobs.
So, di ba, tax sa foreign country. So, ang interpretation ko nun guys is pag nagpasok, halimbawa, pag nagpasok si Canada ng Canadian product papuntang US, so shoulder ng tax is si Canada. Foreign country, di ba? Sabi niya, tariff is a tax to a foreign country. Panoorin natin guys yung sinabi naman ng expert.
Okay, so according to Trump, a tariff is a tax on a foreign country. So that may be his interpretation, but let me tell you how it works.
Okay?
So the question is, who pays the tariff? Okay, so when Walmart imports goods from China, Walmart pays the tariff.
Okay?
So let's just say that Walmart imports a vacuum cleaner from China to sell in America. So let's say that Walmart buys the vacuum for $100 and they sell it for $150 and they make a $50 profit. Now, if there's a 10% tariff, Then Walmart buys the vacuum for $100,
100.
but they need to pay a $10
$10.
tax to the government. If they continue to sell the vacuum for $150, then Walmart's profits will go down from
40.
50 to 40. Now, in order to maintain their $50 profits, Walmart will increase the price of the
course.
vacuum from $150 to $160. So essentially, the tax gets passed on to the consumer.
Okay. So, ito yung sinasabi ko na medyo nakakagulo, di ba? Sabi ni Trump, ang magso-shoulder ng tax is yung foreign country or yung nagpasok. Right? Pero kung titingnan natin dito, saan ba kinuha ng Walmart yung added na 10%? Dinagdag lang dun sa selling price from 150 to 160. So, sino talaga ang nag-shoulder? Again, guys, I am just interpreting yung explanation ng CPA, no? Or nung expert. Ang sabi niya dito, essentially, the tax gets passed on to the consumer or yung end user. Meaning, yung mga bumibili pa rin ang nagsho-shoulder nung taripa. So again, guys, yung sa mga expert dyan or yung sa mas nakakaintindi, guys, you are very welcome to put your comment on the comment section, guys, no? Para din mas ma-educate, 'di ba, yung mga taong walang alam katulad ko about this taripa or taxes, whatever. Okay?
And then the end result is that Americans end up paying $10 more for a vacuum. But then you can make the argument that Americans can choose to buy a vacuum cleaner that's made in America.
Exactly, 'di ba? So bakit ka nga naman bibili pa ng imported na galing ng China o galing ng Canada kung meron naman pala sa Amerika? So ito yung reason at I think ito rin yung pinaka vital reason kung bakit mas okay pa rin na mag-import.
But look at the vacuums made in America. You know how much a Kirby vacuum costs? It's like $500. Like, I'm not going to spend $500 on a vacuum cleaner. Or you can buy a Hoover, but those are still more expensive, around $180. So again, the US consumer ends up paying more in many instances when there are no cheaper made in America alternative.
There you go, guys, no? So yan yung reason kung bakit mas pipiliin pa rin yung imported or yung galing sa ibang bansa. Kasi nga naman, no, guys, vacuum cleaner, $500. Made in America nga naman to. Pero $500. Or yan yung, kung nasa US kayo, yan yung local products na meron dyan. $500. Sipin mo, halos 30,000 pesos para sa isang vacuum. The US consumer ends up paying more in many instances when there are no cheaper made in America alternatives. So, yan guys, yan yung different view, di ba? Yung view ni Trump about sa tariff at yung perspective naman or view din at yung explanation ng isang CPA regarding sa taripa or sa tariff, right? Again, guys, sa akin, I am just using my common sense, no? This is all good, yung sinasabi nga ni Trump na tangkilikin yung local, 'di ba? At hindi natin kailangan ng import, right? Taasan natin ang taripa sa mga imported na products para ma-push yung mga local na tao para bilhin yung mga local products, 'di ba? But tulad nga nung sample doon sa vacuum cleaner, kung yung local product is nasa $500 versus sa $160 with the same quality, saan ka bibili? Or ano yung pipiliin mo? Of course, di ba, doon sa mas mura. Di ba? This is all okay kung merong cheaper with quality na alternative na local product ng US. Yun lang yung tingin ko, no? So, yan. So, ngayon naman, guys, pakikinggan naman natin yung isang, I think he is an economist, no? And yung tingin niya magiging impact naman ito, yung trade wars na to sa mga immigrants na nandito sa Canada.
Magtataas ng presyo ng mga goods galing Amerika, no, na ini-import nila, no? Pero ang mas malaking tama is yung unemployment, eh.
Oo.
Siyempre, baka magsara yung mga auto manufacturing plants,
Yan.
at iba pang mga manufacturers nila. Kasi nga, they cannot export to the US, or they can but at a very high price.
Yes.
So, mangyari maraming mawawalan ng trabaho sa Canada. So mas lalong mahihirapan ang mga kababayan natin na kumuha ng trabaho.
Oo.
Alam natin doon lang mayroong diskriminasyon na in the sense na pag hindi ka nag-graduate sa isang Canadian university, you are less likely to be employed.
Aha.
So mas mahihirapan silang kumuha ng trabaho.
Opo.
Yun ang effect nito ang trade war sa ating mga kababayan.
Yan guys, so narinig nyo naman, yun daw ang magiging epekto. Bakit guys? Of course nga, di ba, pag nilagyan ng tariff yung mga products na magagaling dito sa Canada, of course, tataas ang presyo nun sa US. Kasi nga, papatungan ng mga tax, di ba? So syempre, dahil mas mataas ang presyo at may alternative naman sa US, bababa ngayon ang demand. Dahil mas mababa na yung demand, hindi na nila masyadong kailangan mag-produce ng mga product na yun, magbabawas sila ngayon ng tao. Kaya, sinasabi ng expert na yun yung possible na maging malaking epekto nito sa mga immigrants na nandito sa Canada. Syempre guys, marami tayong mga kababayan na nagtatrabaho sa mga ganyan, no? Sa mga manufacturing and everything. Yun yung possible na maapektuhan. I hope guys, meron kayong natutunan about that one. Kasi ako guys, marami kong natutunan about it, no? Na talagang hindi lang to about sa tariff or sa taxes and everything sa products na pumapasok sa US, lumalabas sa US. This will also affect immigrants or yung mga trabaho ng mga immigrants na nandito sa Canada. And that is something na sana mabigyan ng solusyon. Kasi syempre, kawawa naman guys yung mga nag-immigrate dito sa Canada at mawawalan ng trabaho. Ngayon pa nga lang guys kasi nga yung sa mga changes na nangyayari ngayon sa immigration system ng Canada, ang hirap na maghanap ng trabaho. Tapos, dadagdag pa tong about sa trade wars na to na makakaapekto rin sa mga nagbibigay ng trabaho dito sa Canada. So yun lang guys. Thank you again for watching and see you again on my next video. Peace!